Hey everybody, Ben here, the tech savvy educator, and I am taking my last look at the Adobe Educator Exchange. Okay, well, to be fair, maybe it's not my last look, but it's the last look that I'm going to give while the current 2011 Educator's Choice Awards are going on. And basically, what it is anyone that's submitted anything to the Adobe Educator Exchange over the course of the last 2 months, today is the last day to actually submit something and be entered into this sort of competition, if you will, or this the awards thing, and then going from this day forward, they're going to go ahead and, based on ratings, they're going to take the top three out of various categories, and then go ahead and pit those against one another and find out, who was the top in terms of educators' choices, and then those people get nice prizes. But anyways, enough about that. I'm here. I'm at the Adobe Education Exchange, and I went ahead and I checked out what I've been doing is coming over here to the Educator's Choice Awards and clicking on that, and coming over here to this nice little list, and you can see all the info I just told you about the actual submissions and finalists when they'll be announced and things like that, and then voting. But what I've been doing is I've been clicking on the view and rate all entries right there, and then just going ahead and pouring through all of those submissions. And what I found today was something interesting. It's right here. It's called Kerning, a Kerning game, and interestingly enough, I found it under the primary and secondary education category for digital arts and media. And somebody who likes to play around with digital media, I saw that and had to say, "Wow, I have no idea what this is." But anyways, a kerning game. Apparently, kern is something that's used to reference typography, and this particular one was created. This game was created with Creative Suite Design Premium. So I'm going to assume it's Flash and all sorts of things. But this is just a resource that this person discovered here, Mike Skoko. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Mike. And kern type is this game right here. It's pretty simple. You just have to take the letters and drag them to where you think that they would look most appropriate or most aesthetically pleasing. The instructions right down here are pretty simple. Typographers call creating pleasant and readable text by distributing the space between letters as kerning. So I can go ahead and just boop, there we go. I can move that, and then I get presented with this one, wave, and you can see this V isn't quite there. I'll move it over here. Okay. That looks good. Maybe I can move the A over just a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and click compare here and see what happens. Compare my score. Da 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 da. I only scored 72 out of 100. You could see this little shadow here. See this little white and the blue shadows there? What that's telling me is that a professional, or the majority of typographers, might have done it that way. So I can compare. I can see both. I can see the actual solution, what that looks like, my kerning right there. So you can see, yeah, my A and my V are just a little off. I guess I just don't have a typographer's eye. I'll go ahead and I'll do one more for you. So type. This one actually seems suspiciously simple, right? Like I should just have to move this Y over and the P over a little bit. There we go. Easy. Compare. Oh, and apparently I didn't move it far enough. I only got 54 out of 100. So you could see right there. And now everybody knows that I would actually am horrible at digital media and design. So there you go. I like this. I'm doing this video on a Friday, and I love just doing things like this on a Friday because it's the end of the week. It's kind of, you maybe you're feeling a little burned out. Maybe you need something, and maybe you're a secondary teacher that is working with digital media and design or typography, and maybe you need something like this just to let your kids kind of just play around. I was a huge fan when I was teaching in the classroom in my computer lab. I was a huge fan of play with a purpose. And so whenever we introduced a new concept, a new tool, or something, a new project, I'd always put that tool in front of the kids, and I would give them 10 or 15 minutes and say, play with this, guys. Please, just play with it. But there's a purpose behind the play, and I'd go ahead and I'd put up a few requirements. You have 15 minutes to play with this program. But I want you to figure out these 4 things. So by the end of the 15 minutes, I want you to have figured out how to maybe create a new project. Say if we were doing a slideshow. Right, it's the first time that I'm showing kids PowerPoint or Keynote or OpenOffice Impress. I'd say you have 15 minutes to play with this program. I need you to figure out how to, create a new file, how to insert a new slide, how to change the transition, and then how to insert an image on a slide. And usually within 15 minutes, almost all the kids had figured it out, and that really allowed me to go around and the kids that were really struggling, I could go ahead and help them, and the rest of the kids that figured it out, boom, they'd have a second list of things. Hey, you figured those things out? Great. Here's some extra challenges. So something like this would be a lot of fun for design kids, design students, things like that. Hey guys, we're going to play with this, and we want to work on, we want to work on eyeballing your space, your layout, sort of developing that eye that I guess you'd say, sometimes artists and designers have. And you can see right here, 62 out of 100, I still need help developing that designer's eye. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to go check this out, head over to the Adobe Educator Exchange. That is edexchange.adobe.com. You do have to sign in for an account. Adobe hasn't made this completely open. That would be very cool if they did. You do have to sign in an account to see the resources. But when you're here, you can go ahead and just type in Kern. Or you know what? If you don't want to go to the account for this particular game, you could just go ahead and go to type.method.ac, and it'll take you right here to the Kerning game. But if you want to go check out some of the other stuff on the Ed Exchange, I would highly recommend going over there because there's lots of crazy cool stuff that's been submitted, partially because of the Educator Choice Awards, but partially because there's just a lot of cool stuff out there that people are doing with Adobe products. And so anyways, that having been said, go check it out. And that's it for my little series of exploring the Adobe Educator Exchange. If you want, you can go ahead and check out the playlist on YouTube, or you can go ahead and click on the links in my blog post below there, and you can check out the other drive-by sort of reviews or explorations of the Adobe Educator Exchange. So that's it. Adios.